I just wanted to point it out as a kind of a vagueness in the provisions of the charter. The second one, probably a little more controversial, is the issue of the airport. And I have to be really clear, and I want to be really clear that this isn't about an individual, whether it's a staff person or dedicated volunteer, presently or in the past, that has served the town on the airport commission. And I know that you, Mr. Chairman, has been very interested in this issue, as have others. My concern is that the airport is a major operation in this town, and that that independence that has been granted to them by state law and by our town charter needs to be reviewed. And the reason I say that is because it cannot, in my opinion, the interests of the citizens of the town are not best served by having that entity as independent as it is. And once again, these are not personal comments about anyone. If you look at what's going on over there, we have a growth management department, formerly the planning department. We have a public works department. I would rather see, and I'm going to use names only because, for example, I would rather have Mark Ells and his DPW staff plan the roads over at the airport, not the airport commission and not consultants hired by the airport. And I don't mean any disrespect to any of those folks. I would rather have our growth management department involved with the master plan. I mean, what's going over there not only is impacting residents in neighboring towns, but our water that the residents of Barnstable and other areas drink and the like. It's an independent operation. They have their own planners. They have their own technicians. They have their own advisors. They're doing their own thing. And that isn't to say that they have not been cooperative, they don't attempt to work with us or whatever. But I would ask you or challenge you to ask yourselves to review that and have the airport commission in and have supporters of the airport. And I don't consider myself an opponent of the airport. I'm just saying that I don't believe that the residents of Barnstable, and needless to say, residents of neighboring communities, are best served by having an independent entity over there at the airport. I think the planning should be done by the town's planners. I think water issues should be dealt by our conservation and environmental people. I think that the airport, if brought under the wing of the whole town operations, would lead towards greater coordination than presently exists. And we're talking about major issues. The airport has a major impact on the village and the residents in the area. The airport has a major impact on traffic circulation. What do residents of Barnstable continually say the #1 issue of concern is? Traffic. And I can go on and on and on. I just think, and I know I'm singing to the choir, at least for a few of you, because you've attempted in the past to do this. And your efforts have been unsuccessful. And I'm respectful of someone might say, hey, John, what part of no don't you understand? I'm just saying that we've reached a point after a decade or more of review. They're part of government, whether they recognize it or not. I hope that you'll review it, and I hope that you will consider the advantages that could be accrued by bringing the operations within the operations of town government.
Sheila?
John, following up on the recommendation you just made about the structure of